The terminology of matana and mecher can be applied to the two segments of the Taryag mitzvot in general, and specifically to the two categories of mitzvot contained in the Aseret HaDibrot. The application of these two terms to the Taryag mitzvot will also explain why 611 of the mitzvot were transmitted to the nation through Moshe Rabbeinu, whereas the set of two mitzvot, the first two of the Aseret HaDibrot, bypassed Moshe and were transmitted directly to the nation. The original intent was that each of the Aseret HaDibrot were to be transmitted directly to the Bnei Israel. The people came to Moshe after the commandment of Lord Yeh Lecha Elohim Achirim and requested that whatever Dibrot that were forthcoming should be transmitted to Moshe Rabbeinu, who in turn would transmit the information to the nation. This is the Midrashic fill-in to and background information to Shmot 2016. Where representatives of the nation approach Moshe with a request that Daber ata imanu v'nishma'a, you be the one to speak with us, and we will listen, observe, obey whatever commands you give us. V'al yidaber imanu Elokim. Hashem should not speak directly with us, pen namut, lest we die. The core difference between the 611 mitzvot and the set of two lies in the fact that the 611 involve action. The people were to do something or refrain from doing something. Mitzvat aseh and mitzvat lo tas. Mitzvot such as tkiyat shofar, lulav, restriction involving malacha on Shabbat, matzah, marriage and divorce, etc. The details of each of these mitzvot, as a rule, are not specified in the Torah and require the intercession of a human being to explain the format that these actions were to take. Hence, from the very outset, there needed to be a learning process on the part of the recipients, beginning with Moshe Rabbeinu, which set the format of learning throughout all generations. In contrast, the first two of the Aseret HaDibrot involve belief, acceptance, and belief cannot be taught. It can be reinforced through knowledge, through awareness, through meditation, but one either has belief or does not have belief. And therefore the commands relating to belief and acceptance of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to the exclusion of all other forces, needed to come directly from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because true belief exists in the realm of Lama'ala Mitam V'Dat, cannot be proven, cannot be explained, and hence true belief, as opposed to a social identity type of belief, only comes as a matana. Hence the distinction within the Aseret HaDibrot. The command of Anochi Hashem Elokecha and Lo Yeh Lecha Elohim Achirim are utterances involving the belief in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, whereas the remaining 8, eventually expanding to 611, deal with the application of that belief. These Dibrot involving Emunah, belief in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, need to be distinguished from the set of 12 Ikarim penned by the Rambam. While they are termed beliefs and hence statements of dogma within Yahadut, they are in actuality principles of belief, not of Emunah, but of Judaism as a whole, of which only the first or possibly the second of the Rambam's Ikarim could be aligned with the first two of the Aseret HaDibrot. It also should be noted that while there is no disagreement from any reputable authority regarding the validity and centrality of the Aseret HaDibrot, and specifically the first two commandments regarding HaKadosh Baruch Hu, many Rishonim took issue with the Rambam as to the validity of many of his Ikarim. For this reason, there is a divergence of opinion as to whether the Animamims, or for that matter the Yigdal, both based upon the Ikarim of the Rambam, is to be included into the Seder HaTfilah. Some traditions, particularly in the Ashkenazic Masorah, include both Tfilot, while others opt not to include these two piyutim in the Seder HaTfilah.